Okay, so we have the rigid light bar brackets in. So these two are the rubber mats. You put these at the base. Sorry, a little something on there, a little dirt on there, it looks like. Anyway, you lay these down on the. So I'll take the old Quake LED brackets off. I'll lay these down on the bare, I guess, body, for lack of a better term. And here's the brackets themselves. Now you'll notice that the other ones kind of come straight up right here. This one goes straight. In other words, it's going to sit more in line with the roof of the vehicle. Now it does come with these metal pieces that fit on top of this, and it comes with these screws. Now the screws and the directions say to use a Phillips screwdriver. Now you can see it on camera, but that is not a Phillips screwdriver head. I tried every hex head, both standard and metric, couldn't get anything to fit just right. Found out where I started to strip them a little bit, so I used a pair of vice grips to tighten them up. And then when doing that, I had to go back and paint around these holes, but this is going to be laying flat on this, so you're not going to be able to see it outside, just to prevent any rust. And it won't be touching the body because that rubber piece is there. So yeah, so rigid, just a FYI, if y'all happen to be watching this, make sure you do that. You know, either put the right bolts in or tell us what we're supposed to use to screw those on, because those are not Phillips heads. You're not going to use a Phillips head screwdriver to put that on. Same thing with this one, because they got to be too tight. As you can see, a little spot down there to put your put the bolts through from the factory and screw the little nuts on. But there again, you know, you can see we're bubbled up here because I sprayed it too much. But like I said, it's going to be on the bottom, so I don't care. There again, not a Phillips head driver. Maybe they ran wrong bolts or they've got the updated instructions. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, I digress. This little packet here, I don't know if you can see them or not, there's lock washer or lock nuts, some regular black washers, some little black caps to plug, cover these holes up once you're done installing it, and little black plug-ins. If you have a bolt sticking out the end from the light itself, you can cap that on there. But anyway, I just kind of want to show you what was in the box. Little feedback on the little screws. Other than that, so far is no big issue. I do have some rubber washers on standby in case we need to use them as like spacers. I don't think that'll be the case, but they're there if we need them. So, all right, we'll get ready for the install here in just a second. I don't know if you can tell from here. You can see these are a little bit angled lower, especially compared to the ones over there. So, I'll try to see if I can get some still shots that look a little better. So, all right, here's another view. Old versus the new. Like I said, they're, you know, back and forth. That one does definitely sit up higher. So we'll see how this affects the road noise. So. Okay, here's a picture of both these beside each other. The Quake LED over here and the rigid over here. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference. So we'll see what that looks like whenever we get it on. I did lay a piece back here just to hold this down. But yeah, should be interesting to see. Alright, so I did run into a little trouble. Apparently the bolt that fits in the side of the last bit is bigger than what fits in the rigid. So I took it very carefully, took a Dremel, massage those openings a little bit, so that way I have to repaint these, of course. Now that bolt fits in there. Now it still fits pretty snug, so that way it won't fall out. I gotta let this thing cool off a little bit, then I'm gonna do this one. As you can see, it's pretty close in there. So yeah, I could probably push it on in. I just don't know if I could get it back out if I did, so we'll try that out. Stay tuned. Okay, so this, I did put this wire under, wedged it in between the bracket and this. Give it a little bit extra weight, a little bit neater appearance from the front at least. I know this is probably looks bad from up here, but ain't nobody gonna see this unless you're staying up here. So anyway, so this thing here actually hit the top of the car. Now I have PPF, but even still, I didn't feel comfortable with that bare tin from the air diffuser rubbing up against this thing. So I took the I forget what you call this stuff. But anyway, it's like a rubbery stuff. You like slide on the edge, fits on there. And I took a pair of pliers and because where this thing was sitting on it, it actually tilted the light bar slightly down. So I took the pliers and just slowly and carefully bent up the lip here in the middle. As you can see on the side, it doesn't meet, but for the most part, it does meet the body of the truck. So put that on. As you can see, I added a little metal plate here. I got this from the Lux Auto Lighting. This is made for you to mount your rock lights if you want to mount them in the fender well. I bought it because I use the snap mounts for my GoPro camera. So I put this here so that way I can put my GoPro camera here to film out the front of the truck. You can give a pretty wide view with the max lens mod. I want to show this to you real quick. Yeah, I think we're done here. I did drive to work this morning. I will tell you that the lower brackets, as far as actual wind noise itself, it helps. But the turbulence coming off this thing makes that soft top flap like crazy. I just don't know if there's a way to make a LED light bar mount up here to where it doesn't do that with the soft top. I've tried everything. I don't think it's the light bar itself because it's not much different than most other light bars. But it's just weird how it does that. So, long story short, you know, if you are going to get a soft top Bronco and you want to put an LED light on it, just know there's going to be some noise. Now, what I did do when I went to Tennessee, I just took my Allen wrench here and loosened that up a little bit, not all the way. Loosen this side up, pop this thing out, and put it back. And drove down Tennessee. So if you're going to take like a really long trip or do a lot of freeway driving, it's a good recommendation to do. That way you don't have to put up with the noise or the turbulence. I am going to eventually upgrade to a hard top, whether it's aftermarket or whenever Ford finally gets around to selling them. So I'm not sweating it just yet. But if I go out west or I drive back down to Tennessee, I'll probably unbolt this and take it off. I got a little plug thing I can put on here to keep the water from getting in the connector. So anyway, while we're up here, you can see real good the JP Wash Designs topo. So, you know, in case you all want to see how it looks like from the top, figured I'd include that. All right, so in our quest to get the air flapping down on the soft top, I bought a body pillow at a recommendation. We had it stuffed back there in the back where that cross pillar is. So it helped in the back, but it didn't help in the front. So I got the bright idea. I got this 3-inch mattress that I bought a long time ago. It rolls out. It's, you know, it had it in the back of the 4Runner to sleep on in Moab. So I just put it on top of the Bimini shade. I also installed this Wrangler net, attic net / hammock as well. And the Bimini shade's on top of it, as you can see it right here, the gear shade. Well, side effect of that is it makes the roof, soft top roof look flat. And it does help out with the wind. It helps in the flap up here at the top. It also helps in the flap in the back from the light bar. Another side effect too, look how flat this window is. That's as flat as I've ever seen it. So, just so you know, that's a good way to make it flat. But anyways, we go up here and look on top of the thing again. Now I did add this trim piece here all the way across. I even put some on top of this piece here that I get for the GoPro. That eliminates the noise pretty much. But like I said before, this is relatively pretty flat. It's about as flat as you're going to get a soft top Bronco. There's usually big dips. There's a little dip. There's usually like big dips right here and all the way back. So this helps quite a bit. So the only problem is that when you take the top down, you got to roll that thing up. It does have hooks, so you can roll it up, snap it, and then throw it in the back if you got the top off while you're out. Otherwise, just take it off before you go out and put the top back. You'll be fine either way. But anyway, I want to share this with you guys. So I think this is probably the final touch for the light bar. So hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you have any other ideas, let me know as well. I'll be happy to pick everybody's brain. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that alert button. Help us grow the channel. Help us beat that YouTube algorithm. And as always, more content to come.